Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Rodan. So I figured I would again talk about another low budget feature. Yes, of course it's quite obscured and whatnot, a blast from the past, which I've often done on this channel anyway, so here we are. It's a Western film as you can guess for yourself because I like to talk about these old movies really from this genre. And it's the one titled, yeah, here we go, folks. This is the one I'll be speaking about for today's video because I figured I should talk about more of these Western stuff, even though I've technically reviewed quite a few of these already. So here we are. I was going to eventually talk about old movies to begin with in some shape or form anyway. So here we are. Anywho, of course, like always, I have to talk about the plot. There is this gold prospector in this movie, and he's supposed to be a very special person, I guess, in his own way. So a main character does unintentionally come across this individual and assists him in his battle against this local gang of this cattle individuals and this cattle ruffers, if I'm pronouncing that right. But yes, this individuals are up to no good and they have to be dealt with. So yes, there's some bad people in the movie, and of course our main character does decide to do his own thing. So this cowboy just infiltrate this outlaw gang to expose what they're doing. But after he's been ordered to kidnap a young girl, the gang finds out who he really is. So will ever make a character make it through and whatnot? Well, you definitely have to say that could you could watch on your own, definitely, folks. So yes, of course, pretty much our main character does come in to fight against this vigilante group of roundup gang of these individuals, pretty much posing as an outlaw. He and his sidekick pretty much teams up with the gang, who is led by this individual named Look. So yeah, it does involve the young girl, who happens to be a daughter, by the way. And yes, things get rather complicated. Let's put it that way. So yes, of course, it's not too easy. Of course, things get rather harsh, as it should, as you might expect. But yes, obviously, it's not gonna be that easy. I reckon not. It's not gonna be that easy, of course. As it shouldn't. Of course, our main character has to do his thing. He has to make sure that the villains are stopped. But will he do it? Because you just have to find out and see, I suppose. So anyway, this is definitely one of those types of movies where I'll be meaning to talk about anyway, because it's something I've been waiting to do to discuss. So yes, obviously, we get to see that the main character he wants to make sure that everyone's safe. But obviously, that's easier said than done, as you might expect for yourself, because things get rather rough. As it should anyway, because things get pretty crazy in these type of movies, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Of course, you have to have some kind of conflict in this one, because you do need drama. That's the thing, though. If there's no conflict, then there's no drama, and if there's no drama, then there's no story, and if there's no story, then there's no reason for me to care. So yeah, there's that, of course. So anyway, yes, of course, as you can guess yourself, things to get rather wired in the Wild Wild West. Yes, of course, it's gonna happen. Anyway, nevertheless, I can definitely say that this one is pretty wild in its own little way. Because I don't mind talking about this. I like the overall story. It's fairly straightforward to some extent, and that doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. It just depends on how it's done when it comes to the story. I did like that. So let's just say that there was there's some action here, but still, I would recommend it for those people who are into these old movies anyway, especially specifically the Western stuff. If you're a Western junkie, then I would definitely recommend this, folks. If you're one of those people. But anyway, I just thought I just might as well get to it because of the fact that I like talking about old movies. And yes, I used to watch quite a few different of these old movies anyway from way back when. Oh yeah, I remember these. I remember these when I was much younger, definitely. So yes, in some ways, talking about these old movies, to some extent, it feels like going down memory lane. Oh yeah, definitely feels like that way. Anyway, and that's the thing though. They don't make them like they used to. I know I've said that before. That's definitely true when it comes to these types of movies. They don't really don't make them like they used to, like at all. Anyway, I do miss these movies, of course. In some ways, I do miss these movies in some kind of fashion because these were pretty creative. These were pretty creative in their own little way when it comes to this one. Even though what I'm trying to say that is, let's just say that they didn't have that much money, really, like at all. They didn't really have that much money when it comes to making these types of movies whatsoever. But anyway, I would recommend this only if you're into this kind of genre to begin with, because yes, I will realize that yeah, it's a required taste. I will definitely say that. Oh boy, and yes, I know not a whole lot of people are actually fans of these types of stuff, but it's okay to each their own, I guess. I just thought I'd cover this because I know something like this isn't exactly the most popular thing on YouTube and whatnot, but still, I'm not the one to follow trends anyway. I'm my own. This is my own stuff. I do what I want. It's my own damn channel. Oh, definitely. Anyway, but yeah, I did think that this film did have some pretty solid moments overall. The characters themselves in this movie aren't too shabby. The characters themselves are pretty good for what they were trying to do here. Of course, considering the fact that the characters serve their purpose, you know who's supposed to be the good guy and who's supposed to be bad. So yeah, we're doing that kind of thing here quite clearly. Who's the good guy and who's the bad guy? Somebody needs to teach the villain a lesson. Let's put it that way. And yes, it's shown here. Yes, of course, going to the whole traditional bad guy and good guy. Yeah, good guy versus bad guy, kind of a storytelling. Yes, it's one of those types of movies. Sure. But anyway, of course, the main character wants to make sure that people are kept from harm's way. Right, clearly, the townsfolk have to trust somebody. I'll put their trust in somebody, of course. Anywho, okay, let's just wrap it up, I suppose. Ultimately, I'll say check it out. Anyway, I will give this film an overall rating of a 7.0. It gets a 7.0 10 from me. So thanks for watching. See you until next time. Oh yeah.